Hi guys, welcome to another Python GIS tutorial. Today we're going to continue on with GDAL, and we're going to learn how to copy an existing raster. So quick reminder before we get started, if you haven't taken the survey on the community page on the YouTube channel, go ahead and take that so I can get an idea of what you guys want to see in future videos. So just go to the open source options channel page in YouTube, click the community tab, and take the poll. Thanks for doing that. Let's go ahead and get started. Right here I have the code pulled up from last time where we created a new raster. This time we're just going to create a copy of an existing raster and make it a new raster. And this can also be really useful. So let's go ahead and we'll just make a new script to get started out here. And I want to import GDAL first of all. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do is if I go to my layers here, you'll see that I've added in my 10 meter DEM again. We're just going to create a copy of this DEM and we'll add that to the QGIS, and then we can compare them. And if you want to get the same data I'm using, go to the downloading data playlist. I think it's the free data downloads, and I have a video on how to download DEMs, and you can get the data there. All right, so first let's specify the file name, and mine's in temp elevation ned10m .tiff, and let's do fn new, and that's going to be, I'm just going to put this in C temp ned10m copy.tiff. Okay, and so we just got those copied. So original file, and then we'll go new file name, new file. All right. Now we need to get a driver. So in the last one we used a driver to create a data set. Now we're going to use a driver to copy a data set. So we're going to name this driver tiff equals gdal.get driver by name and gtiff. And hopefully this is looking familiar to you guys because we just did all this last time. And now I'm going to create a copy of the original raster. Okay? And so this is going to be ds copy. It's going to return a data source. And we're going to do driver tiff create copy. Okay? And here we're going to give it the new data set, which is new, and then the source. All right. So there are a couple other parameters we can include here. I'm just going to double check my notes, make sure I've done this correctly, and make sure I get the correct values for the other parameters, and then we'll continue on here. Okay, so I forgot one important step here, and that's we need to actually open the original file. And so this is going to be our data source. It's going to equal gdal.openfn. So that will open our data source. And then down here, we don't want to copy the file name, we want to copy the data source. Okay. And then one other thing we're going to add in here is strict. This is another parameter. And so this is going to basically tell us we want to be extremely strict when we create a copy, and it has to be an exact copy of this data source here, or if we're going to allow a little bit of deviation. And the reason for that is for some reason maybe GDAL can't copy the data type of this data source if it's not a common data type, or the same thing with the projection. Maybe if it's a custom projection, it can't copy that. And so if we have strict equals 1 or equals true, then this would throw an error and it would fail. If we have strict equals false or 0, basically what that does is GDAL is going to do the best job it can to create an exact copy, but if there are some things that aren't exact, it's still going to create that, and we'll still get the output file. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. And then we're going to do ds copy equals none. And that will just make sure it gets closed properly so we can use it. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and click run, and we'll just make sure we don't have any errors and see if this works. Make sure I get my file name. Okay. We got fn new ds. Okay. And then we'll just make a note here to properly close the new dataset. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, looks like it ran properly. So I'll go to my browser, and in temp here I should have, there it is, my NED 10 meter copy. Let's add that in. Go back to our layers, there it is. And I'm just gonna close this real quick, and we'll turn these on and off. And sure enough, it looks like they're the same. I'm gonna grab the value tool here, and we'll enable. And you can see I have my 10 meter copy and my 10 meter here. We're just gonna mouse over these, and sure enough, you can see that they have the same value at every point. Now let's just go ahead and we'll pull up the properties real quick and just double check things here. So we got 1065, 1418, 10, negative 10 for our X, Y, and for our pixel size. And you can just take a quick look at our extents, and we'll just see if anything looks off there. So let's go back to this one, 1065, 1418, 10 by 10, and these look to be the exact same as well. Right, so you can see it, that's been copied exactly. Okay, now I want to show you something here. Let's open our Python console back up. Okay, we're going to close the value tool so we can slide this over here. Okay, I'm going to show you something that's going to make your life a little easier here. So let's add new raster to QGIS. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to just, from our script, add this new raster directly into QGIS. And so we're going to do iface add raster layer, and we are just going to give it the fn new. Okay, so when we do this, when our script's done running, the last thing it's going to do is add that file to QGIS so we can look at it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, we'll click run here, and we should see that pop up when it's done running. Run, there it is. So now you can see we have our NED 10 meter copy, which got lined up over there, which is exactly what we wanted to see happen. And then we can kind of shrink this down a little. We can pull our value tool back up. You can pan this guy over, and here you can see that we have all that information there again. All right, so that's how you can create a copy of a raster data set if you want an exact copy. And then you can take this copy and modify it without needing to worry about your original. So that's the main reason we're going to change that. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, as always, please leave a comment below. If you have suggestions for videos, please leave a comment below or contact me directly. And once again, there's that survey up on the community page of the Open Source Options YouTube channel. All right, so if you could fill that out, I'd really appreciate it. Coming up in the next video, we're going to get into how we can go into a raster and actually change the values. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.